Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual, man. You guys know the deal in this channel. So about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history, guys. And in this video, you know we're going to talk about, in this video, we're going to talk about LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers and how they lost last night to the Minnesota Timberwolves, man. And how, once again, I saw LeBron James not playing any defense out there. So you could look at the stat sheet and be like, oh, LeBron James had a good game out there. Man, he had 38 points, like 10 rebounds, like 4 assists, man. Great for LeBron James. I think he only had 1 turnover last night. That's fantastic for LeBron James. But once again, all these stats are not impacting the game because you're not playing defense. And we're going to talk about it in this video. How many times did we see LeBron James not even make it across half court, guys? My goodness gracious, man. And the Lakers lost to the Minnesota last night. We're going to talk about in this video, guys. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel. Once again, guys, I am truly, truly humbled by all support, man. It really means a lot, guys. I want to send a special thanks out to my man, Mark Booker. Once again, Mark Booker. Yo, much respect to you, man. Thank you very much. You're always coming through. You always come through the live streams. You always make good comments, man. Thank you very much to my man, Mark Booker, coming through with the super thanks. And I also want to send a special thanks to my man, Rick James, the original Rick James, who was the first person to ever send me a super thanks. So much respect to my man, Rick James, for coming through once again, man. And like I said, you guys truly, truly humble me with the support. So thanks a lot to all you guys, man. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. Yo, shout out to my man, Dart, over at Michael Jordan Fans Are the Best. You guys know the deal, man. I think he might be back this weekend for the Sunday Live. I'm not sure, Dart, if you're listening, man. I hope you're coming back on Sunday, man. But shout out to my man, Dart, over Michael Jordan Fans Are the Best. You guys know the deal, man. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, you knew we were going to talk about today. You guys know the deal, man. Now, I watched I want to say about the first half of the game. Came on at 9:30 on my time. Well, it was supposed to come on at 9:30. It ended up not coming on until almost 10 o'clock for whatever the reasons. So I watched the first half of the game, and I didn't watch it continuously through. I flipped back and forth between the game and something else I was watching. But I tried to watch like the entire beginning of the game, like the first quarter. So I was watching the game. And the Lakers, you know, they looked pretty decent. The thing about the Lakers game, man, and the thing that we've been talking about, and we've been on the money with this, is what I noticed from the start. Even though the Lakers had a lead going into the half, they were up, I think, by a couple of points, if I remember correctly, maybe 2-3 points, something like that. And the Minnesota Timberwolves started off good, right? The game for them, guys were knocking down the shots. And I told you guys, and I told Airways the other day, right? We had that live on Wednesday. I said, listen, the Minnesota Timberwolves are in a good spot, right? They split the road. They split on the road. So they essentially stole the home court advantage from the Lakers. So what did I say? All the Minnesota Timberwolves have to do is win their home games. Now, like I said, it's easier said than done. But that's essentially the path to success for them in this round. All you have to do now is win your home games. You're guaranteed to go to the next round. But I also told you what? I predicted, right? I had assumed, I figured that the role players would play much better at home. And I was on the money with that. You saw Jaden McDaniels last night was sensational for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Guys like DiVincenzo, Naz Reid, Rudy Gobert actually played a little bit better last night, right? The Mike Conleys, the Julius Randles, to me, those guys, those are the role guys. Remember, Anthony Edwards is the star player. Everyone else is playing a role. Those guys were better than they were in game 2. Remember, when the Wolves won game 1, it was because of the other guys. Jaden McDaniels, the DiVincenzos, what's the other guys? Naz Reid. They were the ones that stepped up in that game 1 and assisted Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards, once again, you guys know how I feel about him. I do not respect him. To me, like I said, the comments that he made the other day were disgusting to me. The way that he talks, just the way that he carries himself, I can't get behind him and be like fan of Anthony Edwards. But a lot of us are rooting for the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're rooting for them because it's the lesser of two evils, in my opinion, right? I'd rather root for Anthony Edwards than root for LeBron James. I'd rather root for Anthony Edwards or root against LeBron James, you know what I'm saying, than root for him or to root against Anthony Edwards. Same thing with Luka Doncic. I'm not a fan of Luka Doncic. Not saying he's not a great player, but same thing with Anthony Edwards. Not saying Anthony Edwards is trash. I've never called these guys trash or anything like that. I'm just not, I don't respect these guys. I can't get behind them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Anthony Edwards, to me, should be playing the game that he was playing last night. That's what he should be doing, right? Play that game. Much respect to Anthony Edwards, like I said, the Minnesota Timberwolves, man. But like I said, I can't be a fan of Luka Doncic and the way that he carries himself and the way that he acts on the basketball court. It's just hard to get behind these guys. This has nothing to do with their games necessarily, even though Luka Doncic's game to me is not that exciting. LeBron James' game, we know, is not exciting. Anthony Edwards' game can be exciting, but the problem that I talked to you guys about this season, I had a problem with him this year, is that he's taking the most threes in the NBA. Why are you living on a three-point line? That's not your game. The things that he has going for him is his athleticism, right? The quickness, the jumping ability, the speed, right? And then some of the skills to go with that. But you have to see those things through. You can't be lazy like Michael Jordan says and stay on the three-point line. And that's what I said Anthony Edwards was doing. He's being lazy. He's giving the defense an easy way out by camping and chucking threes. But anyway, Anthony Edwards was very good last night. And like I said, the other guys around him stepped up. They played their roles. But what we know, or what I noticed in that first quarter, like I was saying, as it relates to LeBron James, and AOH has been alluding to this for several months now during the course of this season. What we notice is when LeBron James is the guy taking all the shots, right, trying to control the flow of the game, that's a recipe for disaster for your team. So, like I said, LeBron James might have the stats, right? You look at the stat sheet, you look at the box score, and you're impressed. Wow, LeBron James did X, Y, Z. He did this. But like I said, sometimes you have to look at the details in the box score, the numbers. But also, once again, when you watch the game, the impact is not there. So, as I'm watching this game, there were several scenarios, like we've talked about, where you do not see LeBron James in the play, in the screenshot. You're watching the game. The Lakers are playing 5-on-4. So it doesn't really matter how many points LeBron James scores, how many rebounds or assists he accumulates in a game. If your team's playing 5-on-4, it doesn't make any sense. But his fans are okay with that. Because I guarantee you what we're going to get today until Sunday, right, when the Lakers play again, is they're going to be blaming Luka Doncic. Now, I'm hearing that Luka Doncic was dealing with a stomach bug last night coming into the game. Once again, it's always an excuse for these guys. They're bigger, stronger, faster, but we're always looking for an excuse. I don't get this. So, I don't know what they're talking about, if they're trying to make an excuse for Luka Doncic why he didn't play that great last night. But you notice that Luka Doncic struggles when LeBron James was playing a good game. This is how it goes, right? Because Luka Doncic now has to stand around and watch LeBron James chuck up all these shots. So LeBron James went out there, did his LeBron James stuff, chucked up a bunch of shots, went out there, and he was doing the goofy LeBron James stuff, looking at the crowd. He had a couple of threes last night. I think he had like 3 threes in a row at one point last night. And there he goes, turn to the crowd, doing the three-point thing. Like, yeah, I'm icing the veins, man. 3, you hit a 3. Good for you. Who cares, man? Like, these guys celebrate everything they do. Man, LeBron James out there celebrating a three-point shot with your team is losing. You guys are losing, man. And you're over here looking at the crowd? This is LeBron James. This is why you're corny, dude. Are you kidding me right now? But what happened at the end of the game? LeBron James couldn't close it out because you're not playing defense. So like I said, there were many, many times in the game last night where you do not see LeBron James make it across half court. There was a play that I remember where, I'm trying to remember what it was. They passed the ball down to, I don't know if it was Rui Hachimura. They passed it down to him in the paint. And I think it was him. It may not have been him, but I think it was. But they get down to him in the paint. He goes through a series of moves, and you know what I'm saying? He tries to throw like a little hook in or something like that. And I believe like he missed this shot, or Rudy Gobert might have blocked it or something like that. And as Hachimura is getting ready to take the shot, you see LeBron James, who's standing on the three-point line, just standing there, go to make a move towards the paint as if he was going to attempt to get a rebound if Hachimura missed the shot. But if I remember correctly, Gobert kind of blocked it and caught it. And as LeBron James was running in, the team's going the other way. The Minnesota Timberwolves, everyone's going the other way now. And there goes LeBron James. His momentum's going this way. Everyone's going that way. And he just stops. He just stops there and just does one of those lazy turns and just looks. Everyone's going the other way. And you do not see LeBron James get back into the screenshot. Never comes back across half court. Just off the top of my head, I can recall 3 or 4 instances like that, guys. Just off the top of my head. I only watched the first half. I didn't even watch the second half. So these are things that are still going on the court. How are you going to win a championship? Also, you notice now, the Lakers, right? They have not scored over 100 points, guys, in any game of the series, right? They haven't gone over 100 points. So when we talk about these kinds of things, this is what we're talking about on with the team, the Lakers and stuff like that. So if we think about, how they're playing the game, excuse me, not 100 points. They went over 100 points, but the first two games, like I was saying, if you look, they only go over 100 points the first couple of games. So it shows that the Minnesota Timberwolves have been hustling, playing some defense out there, making the Lakers earn it, right? They're not getting a billion free throws. Like, yes, we've talked about the whistle, right? Because sometimes the whistle does not accumulate or lead to free throws. We got that. But they're not getting all the free throws, right? They're not getting a free throw advantage, let's say. Now, they might be getting a favorable call. I think we can all agree that the Lakers are going to get favorable calls. But like we said, if LeBron James is not playing defense, like we said, LeBron James is the weak link on the Lakers. So they can blame Luka Doncic for not, having a great game scoring-wise, or they can blame Austin Reeves, or they can blame this guy and blame that guy. That's great. The weak link on the team is LeBron James. You take all the shots on the team, and once again, it hinders your team. It doesn't help your team. LeBron James taking all these shots, trying to, lead the team and carry these guys, it's not going to get it done. That's why I've always told you guys, even if the Lakers win a championship this year, it's not going to be because of LeBron James. He's not going to lead them there. It's going to have to be Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves. They're going to have to be the guys that lead, and LeBron James needs to be an accessory to assist them, to be that third option, that third guy to come through in certain scenarios. But LeBron James needs to do more than score points. The scoring of the points is not really what LeBron James needs to be doing or focusing on to really impact. He should be either dominating the boards, offensive rebounding wise. And once again, he should be one of the guys playing defense down low. Anthony Davis is not there, and the Lakers defense has struggled mightily. I remember when I did that video, in that article from Ramona Shelburne, she was pumping up the Lakers defense, and she said LeBron James was leading the Lakers defense. It was all on LeBron James. And I laughed at that notion because we know that LeBron James is not playing any defense. But they say that LeBron James standing back, playing center field, playing no man's land, just pointing to guys, yelling and talking to guys, that's going to make the Lakers a better defensive team. So they want you to believe that LeBron James talking defense is actually more effective and more impactful than LeBron James actually playing defense. Think about that. LeBron James talking defense is more important, more impactful for the Lakers, according to JJ Redick and some of these weird Laker fans that I've seen, than LeBron James actually playing defense and actually getting back across half court, actually staying in front of his man, playing help defense. How many times do we see another guy drive by LeBron James? He just stands there. Doesn't put a hand out, doesn't slide his feet over, nothing. He literally just stands and watches the guy go. I mean, this is regularly, guys. And that's why the Lakers look the way that they look sometimes. And like we said, LeBron James is the weak link. He's the weak link on the Lakers, guys. It's not Luka Doncic. It's not Austin Reeves. Oh, Luka Doncic didn't do this. Oh, Austin Reeves didn't do that. Once again, LeBron James is supposed to be the second best player in the NBA. That's what Kane Jet Smith told me. He's the second best player coming into this season. But that's not what we see on the court. Right? So Luka Doncic has to be perfect all the time for LeBron James, but Luka Doncic is not perfect. And once again, Luka Doncic is being out-hustled and outplayed by Anthony Edwards. Listen, man, we have to be honest here. Luka Doncic is a liability on the defensive end, just like LeBron James is. Except LeBron James has the physical ability, right? He has the longevity. He has the durability. He has the athleticism still. That's what they keep marveling at. Oh, LeBron James at 40 years old can still do X, Y, Z. He can do everything but play defense. They'll never call him out for that. You listen to the booth, you listen to these guys talk, call the game, Richard Jefferson, some of these other guys. What are you guys talking about? You won't call LeBron James out for not playing defense, right? Mike Breen, these guys would be marveled at LeBron James knocking down a three. Oh, LeBron James for another three. And then LeBron James turned to the crowd doing this stupid nonsense. Dude, you're a cornball. Are you kidding me? You're the same dude that's playing peekaboo the other day. But now you want to start looking at the crowd like you're some intimidating competitor? Like, yeah, man, y'all, I'm LeBron James, man. I'm knocking down threes out here on y'all. Y'all can't. What? Dude, we just saw you playing peekaboo. We just saw you rolling around the floor. And your team is losing. And you're not playing any defense. So Mike Breen, call LeBron James out for that. You won't do it. all we'll get is from Mike Breen, bang, LeBron James for 3. Right? Richard Jefferson won't call LeBron James out, but they'll call Luka Doncic for not playing defense. They'll call someone else for missing an assignment, but not LeBron James, who's literally not getting across half court, who is standing there. Even when he's on the other side, he's standing there playing an area. Everyone's playing. How does that work? How does it work? Everyone else playing man-to-man, LeBron James playing zone. I don't know how you're going to be, a championship contender that way. And where's the ultimate nail in the coffin and the proof, guys, that LeBron James, once again, was not doing a damn thing on defense, guys? I mean, this dude was, I was the first half. I didn't even watch the second half, so I can only imagine, and I'm sure AOH or Uncut Hoops will do a video breakdown on this, but I can only imagine what was going on in the second half of LeBron James. How many illegal screens he was allowed to get away with? You guys realize LeBron James played 41 minutes, I believe, last night, had 0 fouls again, guys. 0 fouls. Everyone else had at least 1 foul except for LeBron James. So he played all those minutes, and he did not commit any fouls. No fouls? No fouls. There's LeBron James, guys, but then you'll have his fans talk about, oh, Michael Jordan got all the calls. They never called anything against Michael Jordan. He got all. But you can't point to any numbers or anything that proves that because there is nothing there. I told you, I've done the numbers, guys. The Chicago Bulls were never one of the top teams in free throws attempted, fouls in their favor. They were always in the bottom. Go look it up. They were always in the bottom 5. I'm telling you guys right now, the Bulls never got a free throw advantage, guys. Michael Jordan was not getting free throw advantages. Michael Jordan played the game that he played, right? He put pressure on defense by playing that style of game, attacking the rim, attacking defenders, right? Playing defense, you get called for fouls against you. That's why to this day, LeBron James still hasn't passed Michael Jordan in personal fouls. So last night he played all game long, 0 fouls because you're giving 0 effort. 0 effort on defense, 0 fouls committed. This is why your team is losing these games. This is why the Lakers are not going to win. And if they do win, it's not going to be because of him. It's going to be despite him. So no Anthony Davis there. LeBron James is not going to step up and dominate the glass. He's not going to step up and play that defense like that. Because remember, LeBron James can guard 1 through 5. So he should be able to guard 1 through 5. He should be able to do anything out there on the court, right? And create havoc out there on the defensive end. I really don't understand, like, how LeBron James fans don't understand how important defense is or how important hustle is, let alone defense, just hustling, how important that is and how impactful hustle is to a basketball game. I mean, my goodness, you can literally win a game by out hustling teams. You could do that. You can win a series by out hustling a team. But LeBron James, all these years now, has been lacking hustle, the opposite of hustle. So in turn, it forces all of his teammates to have to cover for him. How can your teammates be so great or really help you when they got to cover for you all the time? It doesn't make any sense. But then you'll have fools out here say that LeBron James, what was that, Spencer Dinwiddie or some fool, said that LeBron James covers up more mistakes than anyone else in NBA's history. No, LeBron James creates more mistakes. He creates more opportunities for mistakes than any other superstar in NBA's history. But you're not getting back. You're playing 4, your team's playing 4 and 5. But that's covering up mistakes? No, that's now, these guys have to cover for you. You're giving up easy layups, but your team's supposed to win a championship. They're supposed to be competitive. You're not doing anything out there. But they'll read his stats off. Hey, LeBron James went out there and did he had to do. He had a double-double. He had 38 points. He hit this. The dude wasn't playing no D. Where was he at the end of the game? Nowhere. Wasn't anywhere at the end of the game. The Lakers got outscored 30-20 in the fourth quarter, guys. 30-20 in the fourth quarter. That was essentially the game right there. 30-20. 20 points in the fourth quarter. LeBron James not doing the damn thing out there, just chucking up all these shots, taking away from your team. The more LeBron James shoots, the worse the Lakers are. What did I say this season, guys? LeBron James should be playing 20 to 25 minutes a game, taking 10, 12, maybe 15 shots at most. Maybe. But instead, you get LeBron James playing 35 minutes a night, taking 18, 19, 20 shots a game. That's a recipe for disaster. Now you sprinkle in a little Luka Doncic, no defense, a little Luka Doncic whining and complaining, right? You throw a little Austin Reeves in there being Austin Reeves, and you have a recipe for disaster. Once again, where's J.J. Redick, the savant of basketball, with the halftime adjustments? The Lakers lost the second half. This is something else I called out during the regular season. Did I not, guys? I said the Lakers are a bad third quarter team. And I broke down the numbers. I gave you guys the wins and losses with the Lakers in the third quarter. How many times they were outscored by their opponent in the third quarter in relation to their wins and losses. And when you notice from the Lakers is every time that they lost the third quarter, they essentially lost the game. That happened last night. They lost the third quarter. They weren't blown out, but they lost the third quarter and they lost the fourth quarter. So they were outscored in the second half of the game, and that's when Minnesota won the game in the fourth quarter, right? It was a closer game than the score might indicate late down that stretch. But LeBron James out there shot jacking guys in the fourth quarter. That's not a recipe for success for the Lakers. But for some reason, the savant JJ Redick doesn't get that, and the savant LeBron James himself, none of these guys. You have two savants of basketball on the team, and no one can figure this out. Meanwhile, you have a small YouTube person like me, and many of us out there that can obviously clearly see what the problems are with the Lakers. We're the only ones that are noticing that he's the weak link. JJ Redick is not going to hold this man accountable and be like, yo, listen, man, we're going to play you 20, 25 minutes a night, depending on how you're rolling, and we're going to see how that works. Take some less shots, create less throws, and then tell LeBron James, listen, man, if you're playing less minutes, then you should be able to play harder for those minutes. That's my thinking behind this. If you're on the court for 35 minutes a night, right, you can only give a certain amount of effort certain times. This is why we say LeBron James has cheated and his longevity is fraudulent, because you're resting throughout the game so that you can appear to have longevity. Instead of going out all these years and giving the effort more often, you didn't do that. You backed off to play this long. No one respects that. So if you take LeBron James out, you play him about 10 or 15 minutes less, then he should be able to give more effort for those less minutes, right? That's my thinking. Is it going to work? Is it going to happen? Probably not, because JJ Redick is not doing this. You're allowing LeBron James to stay in there all this time. I don't know why. I guarantee you guys, the Lakers would have been a lot better this season. They'd have more continuity if they played LeBron James less, right? Took him out of the offense more, because LeBron James ain't going to do it himself. This is what he does. He sabotages his teammates. You sabotage Luka Doncic, and then they'll say, oh, Luka Doncic, it's his fault. He ain't doing this. They'll sabotage Austin Reeves so they can blame him. Once again, LeBron James is supposed to be the leader of the team. He's supposed to be the superstar player out here. He's supposed to be LeBron James. No accountability for LeBron James. No blame. So this is the start of the process here, right? Lakers are down 2-1. LeBron James is going to try to fix his numbers up a certain way, get these numbers up, because during the first couple of games, LeBron James' numbers weren't looking that great. Like I said, you're out there being carried by Luka Doncic. Now, the sidekick last night wasn't great, and the Lakers lose. You see how the sidekick wasn't great, the Lakers lose. LeBron James looked like he was awesome out there. Oh, LeBron James is playing the game, but the Lakers lose. Really, so who has more of an impact? Who's really the best player? It ain't LeBron James. Who's really the sidekick? It ain't LeBron James, man. Right? LeBron James ain't the sidekick. He ain't the sidekick. It's Luka Doncic. No, it's clearly LeBron James, right? Because when he leads them, they don't win. When Luka Doncic leads them, they do win. Or they have a better chance of winning. LeBron James, no. The problem for someone like Luka Doncic, LeBron James, is that these guys are not two-way players. I'm telling you, Luka Doncic has been exposed, man. He's been exposed. A great offensive player, man. But come on. He can't do anything on the other side of the court, man. That's why a lot of these guys will never be the top 10 players, the top 15 guys, because they can't play and impact the game in other ways like some of the great players could, man. They could impact the game in multiple ways. They could do multiple things at an elite level. To me, Luka Doncic could score the ball, man, but when he's scoring, when he's on a roll scoring, it doesn't galvanize the team. To me, it doesn't galvanize the team. A lot of it is guys standing around. A lot of Luka Doncic is doing a lot of this nonsense and chucking up shots. That's not galvanizing the team, all right? That's not helping everyone else. You know, that's not how, someone like Larry Bird would play or Magic Johnson would play, right? Some of these great players, they're able to impact the game in other ways, right? So when you think about Larry Bird, he could do multiple things at a high level. He could help on the glass, right? He was an excellent playmaker. But when Larry Bird is being effective, it's not hindering anyone else. See, this was the thing that I always used to talk about with the Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan versus a Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal, let's say, for example. When we're talking about some of these duos, sometimes you'll hear someone say, oh, Shaq and Kobe, the greatest duo of all time. And yeah, you could make an argument that maybe they're the greatest. I don't believe that. I think most people agree that Pippen and Jordan are the greatest duo of NBA's history. But the reason why sometimes people say it's Shaq and Kobe is because they're thinking about them individually. Right? Oh, Shaq's a top 10 player. Some people will say, I don't believe he's top 10. I think he's maybe a top 20 guy, top 15 at best to me. But Shaq is amazing, right? But a lot of people believe, oh, Shaq is top 10. Kobe Bryant's a top 10, arguably a top 10 player, right? I have Kobe Bryant in top 5, top 3. But I think we all agree Kobe Bryant's a top 10 player. So when you think about it that way, that's why they'll say, oh, you have two of those guys. They're the greatest duo, right? If you think about it individually, right? We can make arguments for other players, individual duos, but it's not the same. When you think about Pippen and Jordan, it's the dynamic, the synergy that they create on the court. So, for example, if Kobe Bryant and Shaq are in a game, right? And Kobe Bryant is having a game and he's out there doing his thing, right? He's breaking the defense down. He's knocking down the mid-range. He's hitting them with the post moves, right? He's moving without the ball. He's on the catch and whatever he's doing. He's having himself a game. In order for Kobe Bryant to have a quote-unquote game, it's going to have to take away from Shaquille O'Neal. It has to, because Shaquille O'Neal is a scorer, right? He needs the ball. He's not a guard. He can't get the ball and bring it up court and initiate offense and get himself going. He needs the ball. He needs Kobe and these other guys to get it to him in his spots so he can do his thing. So if Kobe's going off, that could take away from Shaq. If Shaq is going off, that could take away from Kobe, right? They both kind of need the ball in that to a certain degree. Not saying that they both can't go off simultaneously, but more often than not, one of them is going to feed or take away from the other. When you think about Jordan and Pippen, that's not the case. Michael Jordan going off, which is what he had to do, doesn't take away from Scottie Pippen's game because he's not a scorer. He doesn't need to shoot the ball to do that to be effective. So if Jordan's having a game going for 40 or 50, that has no impact on Scottie Pippen offensively. It doesn't matter. Scottie Pippen can still play his game, still feel good about himself, still be the playmaker, still bring the ball up the court, still be involved in the offense, right? He can still have that impact. So the dynamic is much greater. So together, they're greater. They have more of an impact together because they can feed off each other, not take away from each other. And then when we think about the defensive end, what greater two defenders have there been in NBA's history on a team? I don't think that you can say there have been two guys on a team that have been equally as great as Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan were in those early 90s, man. I just don't know how you can say that on the perimeter I'm talking about. It's insane. So once again, there's a synergy and a dynamic between them there. Shaq and Kobe didn't have that. A lot of great duos didn't have the synergy on both sides like Pippen and Jordan. And they don't have the results. But anyway, I know I rambled on there. So when we think about that and we think about LeBron James, and once again, the impact that he has, it's not there. You're not helping your teammates. You're taking away from them. Luka Doncic, you're taking away from guys. And the result is what happened last night. So you guys know the deal. These are the facts, man. The Los Angeles Lakers lose again. They're down 2-1. All the pressure on them now in game 4, guys. This is a big pressure situation for LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and the genius, J.J. Redick, who still can't figure out what to do out here on the basketball court. Still losing the third quarters, and you guys get beaten in the second half handily. Shout out to the Minnesota Timberwolves, like I said, man. Shout out to Jaden McDaniels. The other guys stepped up like I said they would at home. They played better at home, like role players normally do. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.